Courtrooms are supposed to be places of justice, but history has shown us they can also become theaters of chaos, corruption, and shocking spectacle. These are the trials that shook nations, destroyed reputations, and in some cases, altered the course of history forever. What's even more chilling is how the echoes of these cases still haunt us today. Stay with us, because the final trial isn't just infamous. It left scars that remain unhealed even now. Welcome back to DecaFacts. Today, we're counting down the 10 historical trials that stunned the world. 10. The Trial of Socrates, 399 BCE. The philosopher whose ideas shaped Western thought faced charges of corrupting the youth and impiety in ancient Athens. Many historians argue the real reason for the trial was political. Some of Socrates' former students had been associated with tyrants who briefly seized power in Athens, and punishing him became a way to cleanse the city of dangerous influences. Offered exile as an option, he instead chose death by hemlock, sealing his fate as both a martyr and a symbol of free thought suppressed by fear. 9. The Salem Witch Trials, 1692. In colonial Massachusetts, fear of the devil consumed an entire community. Over 200 were accused of witchcraft, and 20 were executed, many by hanging. The mass hysteria showed how panic and paranoia can turn neighbor against neighbor, with deadly consequences. 8. The Dreyfus Affair, 1894 to 1906. Alfred Dreyfus was not a household name until one of the most divisive trials in French history placed him at the center of national turmoil. He was a Jewish officer in the French army, brilliant, ambitious, and one of the very few Jewish men to rise through the rigid military ranks of the late 19th century. But in 1894, he was suddenly accused of selling military secrets to Germany. Captain Alfred Dreyfus was wrongly convicted of treason, largely because he was Jewish. His case split the nation, exposed deep-seated anti-Semitism, and remains one of the most infamous miscarriages of justice in European history. 7. The Scopes Trial, 1925. When Tennessee teacher John Scopes was put on trial for teaching evolution, the courtroom became a battlefield between science and religion. Though Scopes was fined, the trial ignited a national conversation about education, belief, and progress that still continues today. Stories like these remind us that trials aren't just about individuals. They reveal the fears, biases, and power struggles of entire societies. And if you're fascinated by the darker corners of history, make sure to subscribe to DecaFacts so you don't miss our future deep dives into the mysteries and moments that shaped the world. Let's get back into the countdown. 6. The Nuremberg Trials, 1945 to 1946. After World War II, the world witnessed justice on a scale never before seen. Nazi leaders stood trial for crimes against humanity. The verdicts established international law precedents, yet also left debates about morality, responsibility, and punishment that linger even now. 5. Nelson Mandela's Rivonia Trial, 1963 to 1964. Facing the death penalty for sabotage, Mandela used the stand to defend not just himself, but the right of South Africans to be free. His words, "I am prepared to die," became immortal, and though he was imprisoned, he later emerged as the face of reconciliation and change. 4. The Trial of Charles Manson, 1970 to 1971. The world watched in horror as Manson and his followers were tried for the gruesome Tate LaBianca murders. His chilling stare, bizarre antics, and unrepentant cult loyalty made the trial a media circus that still fascinates and disturbs true crime enthusiasts. 3. The Trial of O.J. Simpson, 1994 to 1995. Dubbed the trial of the century, O.J. Simpson's murder trial exposed racial divides, celebrity culture, and the influence of media in America. The verdict shocked millions, sparking endless debates about guilt, innocence, and justice in the modern age. 2. The Trial of Saddam Hussein, 2005 to 2006. Captured after the fall of Iraq, Hussein's trial was broadcast worldwide. His defiance, his accusations of illegitimacy, and his ultimate sentence of death by hanging left the world divided. Was this justice or political theater? 1. The Trial of Jesus of Nazareth. Perhaps the most influential trial in history. Before Pontius Pilate, Jesus was condemned in a decision that has echoed through 2 millennia. His crucifixion didn't end his influence. It ignited a movement that became one of the world's largest religions. Trials are supposed to reveal the truth, yet in these cases, they left behind more questions than answers, and legacies that continue to haunt us. From miscarriages of justice to moments that reshaped entire civilizations, the courtroom has always been a place where humanity shows both its darkest flaws and its greatest resilience. Which of these trials shocked you the most, and which do you think history got wrong? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to DecaFacts for more chilling journeys into the past. See you in the next countdown.